Now at 10, Salt Lake police are searching for a 14-year-old accused of shooting and killing a 17-year-old. What you can do to help. Plus, some folks are celebrating Valentine's weekend with a 5K run. Watch these folks hit the pavement, all for a good cause. And if you're planning on giving chocolates to your loved ones this Valentine's Day, do you know just how sustainable your sweet treats are? See the impact these little bundles of sweetness have on our environment.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Hello, I'm Sarah Murphy. Thanks for joining us tonight for ABC4 News at 10. We begin this evening with an update on a shooting in Salt Lake last night. A 17-year-old young man is dead after Salt Lake police say he was shot by a 14-year-old boy. ABC4's Annika Johns joins us here in studio with the latest information from police, including the name of the potential suspect. Annika.
That's right, Sarah. Now, before we show you the photo, we would like to let viewers know that it is the policy of ABC4 News not to use pictures of minors on air or digitally when they are involved in a crime. We are making an exception today because the minor is wanted for questioning in a murder investigation. Now, according to Salt Lake police, they responded to a call of a shooting Saturday night near 1600 West Ivy Circle. When officers arrived, they found a 17-year-old male with a critical gunshot wound. Police transported the victim to the hospital where he later died. Police are now looking for 14-year-old Caden Christensen, who they have accused of killing the 17-year-old. Detectives say that Christensen should be considered armed and dangerous. Police are also asking anyone for information about this case to contact Salt Lake City Police at the number on your screen. We'll continue to update on this case as more information comes to light. Back to you, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Annika. We're now turning to the weather with, look at that, an impeccable look at these snow-capped mountains. Thanks to our very own Courtney Johns here at ABC4 for sending in this video. Those beautiful mountains looking absolutely pretty perfect right now. We're now checking in with Pinpoint Weather Forecast, Nate Larson, meteorologist. Nate, the mountains are looking beautiful. How about the weather?
You know, it's beautiful up in the higher elevations. That was sent in by Courtney up at Sundance. You could see the inversion that was settled into the valley. So she rose up above that, was able to breathe a little bit easier out there. This is a look from Ensign Peak, noting still some of the haze trapped in the valleys here along the Wasatch Front. So we still have air quality impacts as inversion is in place, high pressure overhead. Current air quality readings, just updated these. We're in the moderate category for much of Weber, Box Elder, Davis, Salt Lake, Tooele, Utah counties. Still orange for Cache, Duchesne, and Uinta counties this evening. Temperature-wise, we did manage to hit the low 40s this afternoon again along the Wasatch Front. Salt Lake was beautiful. 30 degrees right now in Salt Lake, 29 Provo. Vernal trapped in an inversion, -1, 9 in Logan. Evanston, 16. There are still some teeth-chattering cold areas. 28 in Milford. Cedar City, 28. Good evening. St. George, 47 after hitting those upper 50s this afternoon. Blanding, 35. Moab, 32. Forecast air quality for tomorrow. We are expecting still orange for Salt Lake, Davis counties, Cache County, as well as Duchesne and Uinta counties in the unhealthy for sensitive groups. Updates now to the Utah County, looking at moderate air tomorrow, Tooele, Weber, and Box Elder counties as well, with good air down in Iron and Washington counties. We have a little bit of weather moving in tonight into tomorrow morning down over southern Utah, lingering in the southeast corner through tomorrow afternoon. Some light snow accumulations are expected, with another system marching in behind that one for northern Utah. Temperatures tonight, 26, about 33 in St. George. Plan on pretty calm conditions, minus just a slight chance of some moisture into tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that next system that impacts the entire state into Tuesday. Full forecast, kind of just a few. Sarah?
All right, thank you, Nate. Now we're looking in Summit County. Fire crews helping a cow stuck in an empty creek earlier this weekend. It seems the cow here stayed out a little bit too late last night, couldn't quite get out of the creek bed on her own. That's when some of the South Summit fire crew were called to give her a boost up the embankment. And overseas now, Russia's winter assault gaining ground in eastern Ukraine. A video reportedly showing Russian forces seizing control of another village near the city of Bakhmut. Ukrainian officials saying Russia now has more than 350,000 troops mobilized and ready to fight, more than doubling the number from the start of the invasion. ABC's Tom Sufi-Bird in Ukraine tonight.
Tonight, Russian forces advancing steadily in eastern Ukraine. Its troops seen here claiming they've seized another village near the city of Bakhmut. a top Ukrainian commander telling ABC News this is the most difficult phase of the war so far, saying Russia now has more than 350,000 soldiers who are mobilized to fight in Ukraine. Key to Russia's fight around Bakhmut, Wagner Group mercenaries. The boss of the Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, hinting today at the rivalry between his organization and the regular Russian army. Saying in an audio message, our boys were very upset at suggestions that other Russian military units helped capture land, adding, I want to stress, around Bakhmut, it is only Wagner. And tonight, revelations about the fierce tactics within that mercenary group. A former Wagner commander who fought in Ukraine and fled, now speaking out. Telling our Patrick Reevell men who refused to fight were executed in front of other recruits, adding that Wagner has no regard for the lives of its recruits, saying they are thrown into battle as meat. NATO allies gathering Tuesday for another key meeting on weapons supplies for Ukraine. Two key issues, long-range missiles and Western-made fighter jets. Tom Sufi Burridge, ABC News, Lviv, Ukraine.
Now in other news, here in Salt Lake City, a little bit closer to home, some folks got their Valentine's Day weekend off to a bit of a running start. People of all ages showed up in Sugar House Park yesterday morning for the Cupids Chase 5K. Organizers tell us over 250 people showed up yesterday, their largest one yet. The race was put on by a nonprofit called Community Options. They help people with disabilities find the housing and employment support they need to live out on their own. All the funds raised by the race will stay here in Utah, and organizers tell us that the money goes a long way. And if you're looking to buy something sweet this Valentine's Day, chocolate is pretty popular. It made up $2.5 billion in candy sales around Valentine's Day in 2022 and is one of the most popular gifts for the holiday. But Ginger Z of the ABC Climate Unit is here to talk about how you can make sure that sweet treat is also a sustainable one.
Well, there are a million different ways to eat chocolate. There's only one ingredient that gives chocolate its unmistakable flavor: cocoa, a highly concentrated powder derived from cocoa beans, which are harvested from trees.
75% of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa, and that's typically defined as Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Cameroon. The other 25% comes from all over the rest of the world.
Amy Guittard is the fifth generation running her family business, Guittard Chocolate Company, and she says climate change and deforestation are impacting cocoa crops. Higher temperatures, changes in rainfall, and the loss of biodiversity all playing a part. To help safeguard the life and longevity of the crop, farmers and chocolate manufacturers are investing in research to make sure that crops are more drought tolerant, but they still taste the same and have a high quality. When you go to buy chocolate next, you can support these environmental efforts and other sustainable attributes like fair wages for farmers.
Looking for certifications like Fair Trade or Rainforest Alliance, those are really clear, easy to find indicators that you can find on PAC that are showing that companies and chocolate companies are making an effort towards sustainability.
For this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.